Hey guys, how you going? Tonda here. Since we are a week away from the next Cyber Gamer season, so I can do demo reviews of those games, I thought I would do a six-part mini-series of Team Immunity's most important best of three under the sniper reign. It was against Dignitas at the Dreamhack Cluj-Napoca 2015 qualifier event. This was a final decider of the group, and winner of the best of three made it to the major. I remember staying up to watch the games live, and boy, did Immunity show the Aussie fighting spirit. Unfortunately, they did lose 2 maps to 1 in very close fashion. I'll be doing one half per video to make it short and sweet. Not everybody can sit around all day and watch my videos, so we'll do one half at a time, just to get the point across as well. One more thing before we start: if Immunity had made it to the major, there was a high chance they would have been picked up by one of the American orgs that were looking for potential E-League teams at the time. So TSM, Optic, Tempo Storm, NRG. There's this. Just remember as well, this was all around the time where if you made it to this major, E-League were getting into talks with you about playing for the televised league that they've started this year. So this could have been a really close reality where we had two of our best teams over in America playing on TV. Potentially in a team house for Immunity as well, so that would have been pretty sick. But anyways, we'll get underway, and we'll start off on Immunity's T side. And the Dignitas lineup for the time was Pimp, AZ, MSL, Kirby, and Snyder. And the Immunity lineup was Sniper, Ustilo, Imagine, Ricky, and James. So we'll jump right into the pistol. And looks like we're just going to get a B hit here from Immunity. Got 2 smokes, flashes. Sniper has a Zeus, while the CTs are doing a standard retake on B strat. They have a smoke and a kit on Snyder, and MSL looks like he did stop the B rush with a smoke, but he hears some steps outside B, so falls back and calls his Z player to come back. Pimp. And unfortunately for Pimp, does get blocked quite early and does get taken down, while MSL does do a bit sneaky beaky through the smoke, does get the initial kill, but the aggressive T players were able to catch out the rotators, and now it's 1v4. Unfortunately for Kirby, cannot do it today. We've definitely seen him be able to do crazy things since these times. Good start for Immunity. Nicely executed pistol round, B hit. Very standard. If you're starting off a new team in CGA, or even top teams can use that pistol strat, and it would work quite a lot. And normally I would have skipped around like this, as trying to go through these quickly. But unfortunately for Immunity, something happens with their economy this round where they do lose a few guns, which costs them a little bit earlier on into the game. They just do a B hit, which is fine. Hitting B is one of the easier sites to hit, as long as you do it a little bit more coordinated. Ustilo does get caught out in the open there, and Sniper doesn't get to cover in time. As we can see, he's just standing in the open. Would have been much better if he'd retreated back behind the trains, or stayed on the bomb train at the very least. James does get some nice kills, and here I would have just liked Immunity just to sit back. It doesn't really matter if Pimp picks up this P90 and saves it. It's not a big deal. It's not like he's going to buy armor next round. They're going to have to full eco anyway. So he ends up getting an AK off of... he doesn't keep it, but he killed Imagine, who had an AK. So I would have preferred if the call came out for Immunity to just stay at upper B there and retreat with 3 rifles. As you can see, he just rebought straight into another rifle. So a little bit of wasted economy there. Nothing really happens this round, so we'll skip it. Immunity wins it quite cleanly, and we'll get straight to this first gun round. Sniper on AWP on Pimp, and Ricky has his AWP as well. This round was a really smart round out of Immunity. They go for their brown holes default with boys in the pack, while Ricky does go for an AWP pick. He gets there really quickly, and unfortunately didn't catch anyone on the cross, and nearly catches Snyder too. Snyder probably hanging out too much there on the train, and Ricky just misses the flick while regrouping with the guys. And in the meantime, we have Sniper making a little bit of noise at Ivy as his boys are starting to do a quick little B hit. And unfortunately for MSL, he just gets binged through the smoke. And all of a sudden it's a 5v4, and Dignitas do not have the positions to really take this. They have no mollies, no smokes to block off lines. They have a few flashes, but unfortunately that's not enough all the time. Emag trades out James close to the white train. I think Pimp does get the shot on Emag, but it's too late. Pimp's already out of there. Ustilo probably could have stayed near the bomb train. Probably didn't have to fight that. But at the end of the day, the opportunity for the double kill was there. Just missed the headshots, and Dignitas have to go and save. And Ricky actually gets caught. Ricky couldn't get out of brown holes in time, and he'd lost an AWP for free. So that was a really costly first gun round for Immunity. They've lost an AK for free in the anti-eco, and they lost an AWP for free on the first gun round. So a little bit of mis-economy management there, and they do get the AWP up on them this time. Looks like AZ goes for a fast SL play, and it actually works here. They catch up James, who probably was a little bit overzealous with that peak. Could have waited to pop flash, and Ustilo again trying to get that trade frag, but unfortunately for him, it just doesn't pay out for him. He probably could have got a pop flash from a teammate over the top of A, but it wasn't to be. Sniper gets caught out in another 1v1, and same with Emag. Ricky left alive. So basically, a little bit more patient on looked like what was supposed to be a kind of fast A split. Moral of the story, make sure you play a pop flash before you go down SL, I guess. Either that or commit to like the super fast SL rush. If you don't super fast for SL, then you just gotta hang back, throw the proper pop flash. There's lots of pop flashes you can throw from back there. So many different angles you can throw it from. So, and I guess Ustilo probably could have calmed down a little bit. It's still a 4v5 situation, still chances to come back. So yeah, a little bit of composure lost in that round from Immunity. Ricky ends up saving that AWP into the next round. Immunity decided to buy Tech 9s, and instead of going for the standard B hit with one smoke and try to overwhelm the B site guy to get a bomb plant, they go for like an delayed Ivy rush, and Ricky ends up going there too, and they just, it doesn't work out for them. They all get mowed down. We'll skip to the next round as well, and again they can't buy yet. They lost too many guns early on. They would have definitely been able to buy this round. If they'd not lost that AK and that AWP early on, they would have been able to buy here. So they have to give another free round to Dignitas, but at least they get the bomb down at B. They go for that B rush, and it does work out. We don't need to watch it. We can skip past it. People need to work. We got coffees that are going cold. We'll jump right into this is the third gun round now, so we get to see what Immunity can bring to the tables this time around. And again, they're giving Ricky a chance to come out A main. He did have a really good spawn, but he hooked himself on the wall. So really unfortunate there that didn't work out for him. And looks like Ustilo Pimp almost gets him, ends up falling back. So they go for their brown holes default. They get it quite quickly, which is pretty normal for a terrorist. It's quite easy to get that. Ricky just using his there's the pop flash. Not the best pop flash from James. At least he learned his lesson. At least to throw A flash down there. Snyder does get caught in the trains. Nearly dies, but he ends up escaping into heaven, and he just hides for the rest of the round. It's pretty sad actually. But yeah, I still would have liked James to do the proper pop flash, like one that doesn't bounce off the walls. I'm assuming he knows it now, but it's definitely something he should have known. Looks like just an A split out of cell and A main comes into fruition here. Pimp gets the opener. Emag actually gets into old hell and has a silencer, so he picks up the double. And Justilo ends up catching Snyder. So Snyder literally just, from the start of the round, he got 90 damage, went and sat in that corner in heaven and just died. And unfortunately, Emag gets a little bit overzealous with peeking Z connector too early. And that leaves Justilo in a 1v1, which usually when you're in a 1v1 on that side and you know the guys in con, you would back off into the trains. Because then it's really hard for the counter-terrorists to kill you before the bomb comes down. So probably instead of going around the bomb train, I would have liked Justilo to back off in the trains a little more. Again, this was a long time ago, so he probably would do it now. But yeah, would have liked to see that. Overall, we get to see this next gun round. The fourth gun round this is. And James actually gets the entry spawn out of A main and gets traded. So lots of trade kills happening so quick I couldn't even see him, guys. And Justilo, first time he comes Ivy, gets a kill. Now they're in a 2v2 here. Sniper does get the timing on MSL. Or MSL. It's quite unlucky. Does see the flash come out of A main, so Pimp's back here. Unfortunately, Justilo does get caught. He does get seen there. And it's a 1v1 between Sniper and Pimp. I will speed this up a tiny bit because there's a decent amount of shift walking that happens. And bomb train. Sniper checks up into heaven. Okay, no Pimp heaven. Let's go for the bomb plant. And Pimp almost sees him. He sees the bomb there. Yeah, he must have thought he went behind the bomb train. But Sniper, nice little 1v1 victory there, saving the AWP as well. Giving that over to Ricky. Always getting an AWP to Ricky. Rule number 1 of playing with the team with Ricky. And Dignitas Force here. Got Famis, CZs. And we'll see Sniper actually get a really nice entry here. He throws the pop flash towards B to keep the B player back. And this is the fast SL I was talking about before. You just dive down there and get the kill. But unfortunately, Snyder does catch him. Does hunt him down, does find him. Gets the kill through the smoke. Kirby has a really good position on top of the trains, gets a double from it. And Ricky gets crazy flick onto Pimp. Stilo, out old hell, wins that aim duel with Kirby. A little bit of impatience from Dignitas. In a 2v2, they probably should just wait, try to get better positions. You don't need to keep pushing out like that. So both teams feeling the pressure. This is just a massive game, especially on LAN 2, in front of a big Swedish crowd. They played this in Stockholm, so it would have been a packed event. So much on the line here. And this round, we normally would have not watched this round, but unfortunately for Immunity, you could call this the round of death, the nightmare round. The round that made the half very, very hard. I'm about to sneeze, sorry guys. Winter, what can you do? But so they do a B hit, only versing pistols. You see, like, didn't quite check spools in time or get right, and I can just like tell like the comms are just going insane here. And Kirby does get up close behind the white train. Does catch Sniper out here. And unfortunately, Emag looks like he didn't get the notice that Kirby was on the other side of that train. So the comms must have just been completely flooded at that point. And Ricky gets overwhelmed. So, moral of the story, guys, check your corners. When you know the other team's eco or very low buy, do not leave a corner unchecked. Because now that resets immunity, they're going to go straight into an eco, and all of a sudden, it would have been 7-4 right now. Immunity would have been laughing, but unfortunately for them, not the case. Oh well, good not to dwell on it. They B-rush, no bomb plant, so we'll skip. We've got another gun round coming here. So 6-6, still respectable scoreline. It's not out of the woods yet. Could be 9-6 for immunity if they play their cards right. They've definitely been outskilling Dignitas here. Just a couple lapses in concentration and Dignitas are bouncing. Pimp gets that really early Z spawn, and James just walks right into that AWP shot. Yustilo, knowing that he needs to make a play to try to get the scoreline back, pushes the Ivy smoke and gets a sneaky kill on Kirby. So again, Ivy presence. I really like this. Ivy presence is a really big deal in having a successful T-half on this map. And we can see Emag. Looks like Dignitas is setting up for a pop flash play in. The flash didn't go in. The flash didn't go in. Pimp! How do you miss that? Oh well, it happens. They would have definitely killed Emag. He doesn't even have head armor. One little stray bullet of an M4 and he would have died. Instead, he's allowed to live, and he gets all his utility off, having massive impact. Sniper. He does hear MSL around on B. It's like, and there's a bit of a pre-fire battle with MSL and comes out on top. While Yustilo did kill Snyder at Ivy through a smoke, so that was quite handy. And Emag gets the trade, and they spot Pimp at the same time, which is handy. You're 3v1, you know where the guy is. This is impossible to lose. And Pimp gets the call that he can try to make a play. He's got the money, so he can go out and try to kill some terrorists. Unfortunately, all he can do is a really crazy PT-50 bink. Like, what is that? That is insane. How does that bullet hit Emag in the head? That is a joke. These pro players, man. They're just insane. Alright, so nice round from Immunity. Really good awareness from Yustilo. You got a 2k at Ivy. And Sniper doing a good old lurk into B. Catching off MSL. And we go into another gun round here. Pimp does have the spawn again. And Sniper and MSL actually have another duel here. And MSL gets a falling headshot. And Emag and Ricky get pushed in a main here from the train by Snyder, and he actually picks off Ricky. So basically, Dignitas knew that they couldn't let Immunity just sit in their default and work picks like they have been and late hitting a site. Obviously, Immunity had fallen into a good rhythm and it was working for them. So, nice call from Dignitas to try to push for that kill. Unfortunately, Sniper was on his own here and didn't have a trade fragger for him, and unfortunately Snyder just got the nice timing pick onto Ricky as he was scoped in looking at other angles. But this round's not over yet. Yustilo God's still alive. They have a lot of nades. Dignitas have read this. There's 2 people on B and there's 1 guy in SL, so this has been read. And pop flashes come out, and it's a nice headshot from Yustilo to entry onto the site, and James actually gets a kill there. Does trade AZ, that fast SL lurk, but unfortunately for him, there's a second player coming. If only Snyder had just gone the other way, but Emag does get a really nice timing pick onto Kirby, but jumping hitboxes, like Kirby just he started the fight mid-air and somehow wins it. Like that shouldn't be possible. But so Dignitas win that retake, but it shouldn't have been that hard. They were 5v3 and let Immunity get back into that round. Now we're going into the final round of the half. It's 7-7. And unfortunately for Immunity, they do not have the best buy in the world. Tech9, Deagle, Galil. They try to do a fast A split here, but unfortunately Dignitas have the guns. They got the ammo. They got the grenades, and people are dying. Ricky might get some sick Deagles. He knows Pimp's up there, and unfortunately didn't get any of the hits. And all of a sudden this game's quite over from... Whoa! That was a sexy headshot. I tip my hat off to you, okay? But winning this 1v3 is really hard. Not the easiest. There are 2 low health CTs, but unfortunately he encounters the full health one, and lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. If he'd hit that one tap again, I would have just been done. I would have been out of here. That would have been pretty freaking amazing. Overall, good half from Immunity. 7 rounds against a team like Dignitas, especially with the players that Dignitas have now, was pretty good on train. Usually 5 is the expected T side for this map. They had a few slip-ups. Second gun round, they were a little bit sloppy on getting that SL control. Lost 2 people for free without any trades. They then lost a 2v1 against MSL, EMAG over-peaking that Z connector line, and Yustilo not quite playing the 1v1 as he should have. Should have backed up into the trains. And then the third and final nail in the coffin was that full eco that Dignitas did, where Yustilo didn't quite check spools or get right, and chaos ensued. You want to be causing the chaos as a terrorist. You don't want to be receiving the chaos. That's unfortunately the comms went a bit of mess, and people just had no idea where the counter-terrorists were coming in from. So to be a pro team, you've got to make sure you have that full concentration level at all times, making sure that you keep up that consistency. And Immunity just missed it. They were so close to just getting a 11-12 round half and then running away with it CT side, which would have, in the grand scheme of things, got them to the major, because they actually win Mirage. They win the next map. So they would have won 2-0 and been all their dreams come true. So this T half is, I guess, the half that could have been. Well, guys, I'll be bringing out the CT side of this map in the next day or two. A little bit busy over the weekend, but shouldn't be too long. So I'll see you guys in the next video.